the heart of the industrial area, where the hum of machines echoes through the air, stands an abandoned factory that has long lost its glory. The once bustling corridors were now shrouded in darkness, and the eerie silence that enveloped the decaying building hinted at the untold stories embedded within its walls. Among the many desolate passageways of the old factory, there was one particular alley that held a reputation for being the darkest and most foreboding. Locals whispered tales of inexplicable phenomena and unsettling encounters within this shadowy corridor. The legends speak of ghostly apparitions, mysterious sounds, and an intangible heaviness that gripped anyone brave enough to venture into its depths. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the rusted machinery and dilapidated structures, the dark alley seemed to come alive with an otherworldly energy. Those who dared to explore the abandoned factory at night spoke of an unshakable feeling that they were being watched, and the air itself seemed charged with an eerie electricity. One night, a group of urban explorers, drawn by the allure of the factory's haunted reputation, decided to investigate the mysteries of the dark alley. Armed with flashlights and a sense of trepidation, they cautiously stepped into the oppressive stillness that hung in the air. The moment they entered the alley, the temperature seemed to plummet, and the sound of their footsteps echoed eerily against the crumbling walls. Flickering shadows danced along the edges of their vision, giving the impression of unseen entities observing their every move. As they delved deeper into the darkness, the explorers began to hear faint whispers, disembodied voices that seemed to echo from the forgotten corners of the factory. The air became thick with a sense of melancholy, as if the very walls retained memories of the laborers who once toiled in the now silent halls. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind swept through the alley, extinguishing their flashlights and plunging them into absolute darkness. Panic sets in as the group tumbles to relight their sources of illumination. In the moments of blackness, they sensed a presence, an unseen force that seemed to move in the shadows, just beyond the reach of their light. When their flashlights flickered back to life, the explorers discovered that they were not alone. Ghostly apparitions, faint and ethereal, lingered at the periphery of their vision. Some explorers reported glimpses of spectral figures wearing tattered work clothes. Their translucent forms suggest a connection to the factory's industrial past. As the group hastily retreated from the dark alley, the whispers grew louder, intertwining with the echoes of machinery that was no longer operated. The legends of the haunted factory took on a new dimension, with each explorer carrying a piece of the ghostly encounter with them. In the days that followed, the urban explorers struggled to articulate their experiences, torn between skepticism and an undeniable sense that they had brushed against the supernatural. The dark alley in the old factory, once just a rumor among locals, became a symbol of the enigmatic and the spectral, a place where the past and present converged in the haunting whispers of a bygone era. News of the eerie encounter in the dark alley spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers from neighboring towns. Soon, the abandoned factory becomes a magnet for those eager to experience the supernatural for themselves, despite warnings from locals and the authorities. As curiosity grew, paranormal investigators armed with specialized equipment arrived, eager to capture evidence of the ghostly presence said to inhabit the dark alley. Infrared cameras, electromagnetic field meters, and voice recorders were deployed, transforming the once forgotten factory into a makeshift laboratory of the paranormal. The investigators conducted overnight vigils, hoping to document the whispers, shadows, and spectral figures reported by the initial group of explorers. Some claimed to capture unexplained voices on audio recordings, while others pointed to anomalies in their photographs, blurry shapes and mysterious lights that defied logical explanation. The dark alley became a focal point for seances and attempts at spirit communication. Mediums claimed to establish contact with the lingering souls, uncovering stories of hardship, tragedy, and unfinished business that bound the spectral figures to the decaying factory. The tales of lost souls seeking closure and the unfulfilled echoes of the past add a layer of tragedy to the haunted reputation of the old industrial complex. Despite the influx of paranormal investigators and enthusiasts, the dark alley retained its mystique. Some visitors reported feelings of cold spots, unexplained footsteps, and the sensation of being touched by unseen hands. Skeptics dismissed these accounts as products of overactive imaginations, but the allure of the supernatural continued to draw people to the factory's shadowy corridors. Local folklore expanded, weaving new tales into the narrative of the dark alley. Some spoke of a vengeful spirit seeking retribution for an injustice committed in the factory's heyday, while others believed that the ghostly apparitions were trapped between the worlds. Unable to find peace, Over time, the abandoned factory becomes a canvas for urban legends, each telling a different story of the spectral realm that is intersected with the material world. The dark alley, once a mundane passage in a forgotten industrial site, was transformed into a portal where the living could catch glimpses of the enigmatic and the supernatural. And so, the old factory stood as a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the human fascination with the unknown. The dark alley, with its tales of ghostly encounters, became a cornerstone of the region's folklore, a place where the past lingered in the shadows, waiting to be discovered by those online enough to venture into the haunted corridors of the abandoned industrial complex.